The official sponsor for OnEducation's FETC 2019 coverage is Classcraft.
And in light of such awesome information, we decided we needed to enlist some backup for this ad so it was as rad as possible. And since we're all here at FETC, friend of the pod Steve Isaacs is here with us.
Steve, how many Classcraft quests have you made?
Glenn, my entire 8th grade course is comprised of Classcraft quests. Every activity.
Steve has made over 1 million Classcraft quests, and they're all amazing.
If you want to try one of Steve's 1 million quests, we have an unreal deal for you.
In the history of best deals, this is number one.
From now until the end of February, OnEducation listeners can go to classcraft.com/OnEducation and use discount code ONFETC to get $16 off a yearly premium license.
But that's not all, right, Glenn?
Right, Mike. You'll also get a free class pack, which includes 2 posters and 48 stickers for all of your students and your classroom.
Free, you say? Steve, how good a deal is this?
Mike, this is the best deal I've ever seen.
Darn right it is.
So that URL again is classcraft.com/OnEducation. Use promo code ONFETC, get $16 off their subscription price, and get the class pack for free.
You can open a browser, keep listening, so get on it. Welcome to OnEducation's special coverage of FETC 2019. I'm Mike Washburn.
And I'm Glenn Irvin. Friends, we have an awesome pod for you today, right on location. We are actually standing by the main entrance here in Orlando. It's a semi-beautiful day. Well, it's still cloudy, but it's still more beautiful than it is in Minnesota or Canada, right?
Or Barrie, yeah.
Yes.
We're sorry to our wives who are jealous.
We apologize.
Sort of.
Kinda.
So this is an exciting day. This is day one. I'm really pumped to see Sal Khan tonight.
Yes.
This afternoon, I guess.
Yeah, he's going to be in a couple of hours. He's the keynote speaker here. It's, I think, an hour and a half that he's going to speak. And I'm interested in listening to what he has to say. Talk about a true innovator in ed tech.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, rock star.
Yeah,
for
super
sure.
rock star.
So we have a lot of stuff coming your way. I think actually we've changed. We've just called an audible in the last half an hour. And I think instead of doing 3 special episodes, we're going to end up doing 4, potentially.
Yes.
We have a full 1-hour regular episode coming as well.
Coming up.
Today.
Yes.
On, I guess today's Monday.
Monday.
And so you're going to get a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking to, on this episode, we're going to be talking to Steve Isaacs.
Yes.
And his wife, Cathy. And then tomorrow, we're going to have Tisha Richmond.
Yes. Rochelle Poth.
Yeah.
And
Noah
Geisel, for sure. And then we just have all kinds of other people lined up.
Tons of people
We're
lined up.
super excited about being able to come visit us here and then be able to share what they're talking about at their sessions and what's happening in their worlds.
And we should give a shout out to Classcraft. I mean, they helped us get here, and you're going to hear about a great deal that we have in our ad, and we just want to thank them for letting us do this work with them. It's going to be super exciting.
Super exciting. And if you haven't already tried out Classcraft, there's a free version of it.
Yeah.
We're actually, with that code that we advertise, you can sign up and then get a significant discount on that yearly subscription. And there's so many different ways of being able to use it. You should check it out.
Yeah. So coming up next, Steve Isaacs and Cathy Chau-Isaacs. All right, welcome back to the podcast, everyone. We're really excited to be with Steve and Cathy Isaacs, who are here at FETC, and they're presenting all of the time, basically. So for anyone who doesn't know you guys, why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us a little, because you do different things, and you're doing very cool things. So tell everyone what you guys do.
I'm Cathy Chau-Isaacs, and one of the things that I do is I'm a professional learning specialist with I2E. It's Insight to Execution. And then I'm also the educational technology and community content specialist for an event called Mindfair, which is the official community event for this little game called Minecraft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it.
If you haven't been to a Mind Fair, people should go to Mind Fairs. I haven't been to a Mind Fair, so
We're waiting.
What? Oh, I think we're done.
Interview is over.
We can only talk to Glenn.
I will be leading the rest of this. And Steve?
Yes, my name is Steve Isaacs. I teach game design and development at William Adam Middle School in Basking Ridge, New Jersey. I really think I have the best job on the planet. About 10 years ago or so, I asked my supervisor and principal if I could bring a full semester elective in game design, and luckily they were supportive, and it's just been awesome. A really great experience with kids and seeing what they can do, and we give them opportunities. And as part of that, I've also been involved in research on virtual reality in the classroom and augmented reality, and doing a lot with content creation with kids in that realm. So that's been super exciting lately. And with Cathy, I am the producer for Mind Fair. So we got a lot of things going on.
You have more ands. I don't know if these are part of the questions. But
Sure.
a lot of ands.
You want me to answer?
And the esports.
Yeah, I've been. All right.
Is that a question or?
So I've been all right. Some other things that I'm very passionate about are, game-based learning in general, but esports in education and really bridging the gap between K-12 and college. So we have a community called Esports EDU that's really trying to bring those people together. And at my middle school, we have a game club, and now have been competing in Rocket League as a spinoff for competitive gaming, and we're starting a club at our high school, so we've got that going on. So yeah, we got a lot going on.
All the good things.
Everything good.
Well, I
Right.
wanted to add one more thing.
Yeah.
But your game design is also finally next year going to be brought to the high school.
Right.
Oh, the courses?
Yeah, that's been
That's
big.
fantastic.
Yeah, I've wanted, so we have this program in 8th grade, and then kids go to
Yeah.
high school, and they're like, what can we do now? And I've been really pushing, and finally, next year, I'll be teaching 2 sections of it up there. So now,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But they're kind of let down when they get to high school and they can't do the same things, right?
There's some of that, yeah. and what's so cool is, my vision for the high school program is that, kids can take it multiple times. I mean, I don't care if we call it game design 1, 2, 3, 4,
Sure, yeah.
but then, it'll really create that game design studio experience where kids are working collaboratively on even different levels. You'll have some of the more experienced kids as project managers, and,
That's
it's going
fantastic.
to be really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
So it's Monday,
Yes.
It's Monday.
I think.
Yes.
And you guys just finished back sessions, all in the same room. Thank God you didn't have to go places like to the North Hall,
Yeah.
which is
We
like
don't
a
even know where that
20-minute
is
walk
yet.
from here. So tell everyone a little bit about what you just talked about, if you want to go through the three sessions a little bit.
All right, so I guess the 3 sessions were part of the CS Fire Hose. It's I guess Microsoft. It's part has something to do with Microsoft, and forgive me for not knowing exactly what it is. But so the first session was bringing physical computing to any classroom. Second one was creating in Minecraft.
Yeah, that one was
title?
Minecraft and Code Builder.
Minecraft and Code Builder, and then the third one was our
Make Code Arcade.
Make Code Arcade. Like, what was that called? It's an arcade something. And so that's the latest piece of the My Make Code family, so to speak. So really, it was all about Make Code, which is Microsoft's Learn to Code tool, which is fantastic. It's free. It's available cross-platform, which I love.
And on the physical computing side, I mean, like Cathy was able to show, what you could do with the microbit and the circuit playground, and there are other devices that you could program directly with Make Code. And then, bridging to that next session on Minecraft, the things you could do with coding in Minecraft with Make Code are pretty awesome. So think of it, we've got kids already super excited about Minecraft, and now you give them this environment, we want them to learn to code, but why not, let it be super relevant to them, so they're coding things to happen in the game.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes.
And then Make Code Arcade, I think teachers really dug we passed around a prototype of a little arcade, looks like a Game Boy that you can flash the programs to, so kids are creating arcade games and then actually being able to play them on a physical device.
So we're going to talk about that in a second, but I wanted to talk about, I've seen you do this before on Twitch. And by the way, we should talk about Twitch because I think that this is blowing my mind. But the chickens falling from the sky thing is something you've done before, and I think it's so fun. And it was great that everybody laughed. You get them with that.
It's
so
a crowd
fun.
pleaser for sure. Sometimes I purposely save that to the end. It's like, thank you and good night. You have 1,000 chickens falling from the sky. Yeah.
I was sitting beside Noah, and we were thinking about, are there frogs in Minecraft?
No frogs.
Not yet.
Because then you
There
could
are
like replicate
turtles.
that Magnolia scene from the movie where the frogs
All the
are
frogs
flying
go
from
down.
the
That's
sky.
great.
So bizarre. It's so cool. But the device, that
Yeah.
little controller, those are super cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Like, I can't get over it.
And it's so simple, really. You know what I mean? By today's standards, but it makes so much sense that they were smart enough to make one. But I mean, like, because it's kind of like, you know, I mean, it's some like almost like a makey type thing. But the beauty is with the screen built in and downloading and playing your game right on it and handing it to your friend. This is the game I made. I mean, that's just cool.
Yes.
Yeah, super
so
cool.
that device, if people are listening right now, they probably don't know what we're talking about, is basically like a little mini Game Boy thing, in its rawest form.
Yeah, it is right now.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, there is one available. The Brain,
Brain Pop.
not Pop.
No, Brain
Brain something.
Brain, not Pop. We love Brain Pop.
Yeah.
We love Brain Pop, but it's not. That's not the company that makes this. It's that they do have. So it's in prototype.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, that's the label. It's on it as well. I thought that
Brain
it was
Pad.
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 Brain Pad.
And they are,
Arcade.
on their website, you could at least put in that you're, to
Interested
be
in it?
notified when it's
Oh,
released.
When it's
okay.
available.
And it
Brain
should
Pad.
be soon. Brain Pad, yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah,
and
we'll
it's
find
just
a
like a
link
little
for it.
PCB, and it's got little buttons on
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
so cool.
Very, very neat.
And
Love it.
The coolest part, I mean, when you showed us how simple it was, Steve was up there presenting, and he made a little character on a digital screen using code, and then you just plugged in this device, and it ported it right to the device, and we could play it in the crowd. I mean, it's just crazy.
That's what's so neat about all the stuff kind of that MakeCode is doing with the physical computing, because I think they're trying to make it just that.
accessible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like seamless.
Yeah.
So like, in other words, when you, like, it's funny because there's an emulator. I mean, you could see everything that's going to happen on the screen, which is great, but then there's something magical about, real quickly, like you're saying, Glenn, just bring it down and look, here, flashing lights, like in
Right.
real.
Well, that's what really makes it real, I think, because
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many times it's like, oh, it's just on the screen,
Right.
And I mean, I always think about the management of devices and things. So it's great to say, okay, well, test it out here, and when you have it working in that simulator environment in MakeCode, and then flash it over instead of being like, because there's always the cost of devices that has
Sure.
to be a factor
100%.
in bringing these things into
right.
your classroom. So, so it's like if you wind up only having one,
It's still awesome.
that it's no, it's not that it's awesome, but it's
Yeah.
like I feel like sometimes someone will think, or a teacher will think, well, I only have one. I can't do this in my class because I
Oh,
only
I
have
get you.
one.
Yes.
But yes, you can. With the MakeCode, it's like, oh, everybody can do it.
Yeah.
When you're ready, you flash it
You
to the
push
thing.
it to the
Yeah.
thing,
Right?
and it's good to go.
The reality too is that when you want, because when you're having kids code and make games and stuff, you want them to be testing and retesting. So doing all that with the simulator is fantastic. But then when you're ready,
Right, and I think that if
flash it
you,
over.
I mean, if you introduce it too soon, then it's a distraction because they'll just be flashing. Like, oh, did you get
Look,
anything
I
done?
moved
No.
Just was
it, got
testing
donut
it out.
Yeah, yeah.
So you guys have more sessions that you're working on Wednesday
And Tuesday.
and
Tuesday, yes.
God. So tell us about those.
Packed
Okay.
schedule.
Well, the good news is tomorrow's is pretty similar to one of the ones today. So tomorrow we're doing another session. So if you missed it, geez, here's your chance.
There you go.
That's the one on
Creative coding with Minecraft.
creative
yes?
coding with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Minecraft and Code Builder. And then on Wednesday we have a session on Minecraft and social emotional learning, which is really
Nice.
neat because there's just so many tie-ins and especially what's cool. The coolest part is when you start hearing what other teachers are doing. I kind of pull from that community, and people do neat things
Yes.
that tie in SEL. And then I was asked to present on esports, which will wrap up our day on Wednesday, and kind of the idea of, is your school ready for an esports program, like bringing it to your school. So another thing I'm super excited about. So we have a little bit to still prepare and exciting rest of the week.
Couple days of stuff. So I know you're super busy, but what types of sessions are you guys planning on attending?
Yeah.
Because there's some really amazing people here, amazing keynotes. who are you excited about going and attending a session?
Well, I'm excited to see SalCon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I guess, we ran into Adam Bello and Kathy Schrock this morning at breakfast. I'm excited to see their session.
Yeah, they have a session called, was it Tech Share?
Tech Share.
That sounds like it'll be great.
Yeah.
I love that kind of stuff. One session where we're going to find out a lot of great things that, great people are kind of, starting to dabble in, I suppose.
I mean, and I saw a lot of what looked great, a lot of coding things. I mean, but that's the stuff that I love.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard to stay away
But
from
I keep,
that.
and it's funny, I keep hearing people talk about a certain session. I'm like, oh, I want to go to that, but we'll see what time permits.
Yes.
But there's a lot. I mean, look at this book.
I know, this book. I picked up the paper
huge.
copy
Yeah,
because when I registered, it was a little too early for me to decide between paper or
The app.
Or the app. I'm like, you're asking me a question? I can't. So
That is a gigantic
It is
catalog
gigantic.
of sessions.
it's not quite Sears catalog, but it is.
But it's up there,
It's
huh?
worthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
it
it's
is.
and there are just great stuff. So but right.
And we have to see. Definitely have to see our friends at Brain Pop.
Yes.
Yeah, it just looks so great. I mean, there's some coding with the iPad, and I guess there's some rumors that new iPads, like a new iPad Mini, might be coming to
Whoa.
market. I saw that on the news recently, so that would be very exciting.
Super excited also about the I want to connect with certain people. Like I'm very eager to chat with the people at CoSpaces and Merge. One of the projects I'm working on is a grant project to bring like VR and AR or XR hackathons to middle school students, and CoSpaces seems like it just might be a really great tool for that, and I've had kids start to play around with that as well. So it's great to be able to catch up with people and
Go meet them directly
Yeah.
all at one event. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
There's a Ready Player One session.
Whoa.
Inside the mind of a
Best
gamer.
movie ever, right, Glenn?
Oh,
It was
best
quite
book
good.
ever.
It is on.
Love
it's
the
on
book.
HBO now.
and
on
the movie
HBO.
was okay.
Right.
You're okay.
Did you love the movie, Mike?
What?
Did you
you?
love the movie?
I loved the
Yeah, we
movie.
had an
I thought it was
about it.
quite
Yeah,
good.
I loved the movie.
Like for entertainment. Like
Yeah.
I read the book also before, and
The book is just so good.
it was different.
And
But
I don't read
knew
much.
I knew the movie was going to be different going.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it.
That's
Anyway.
funny. That's a dead horse that we've beat more than.
Yeah.
more
Oh, you
than-
have.
more
Okay,
than a
sorry
few
for
times.
adding to the.
No, I was
Or
the one. I was the
fault.
one who pushed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, how can people contact you, or get in touch with you, or reach out to you, or connect with you in all of the various ways?
Easiest, I would say, is Twitter, at Mr., which is like an MR, _ Isaacs, ISAACS. Happy to, email's fine too, steve@mindfair.com. But Twitter's like my home.
Okay, and my Twitter is @IWearTheCrowns, more than one, and email is okay. It's okay. So if you want the crazy email, you could do IWearTheCrowns@gmail.com. There are so many emails to pick from.
Yes.
That's what, and that's the
That's a
easiest
good
one,
one.
right?
Let's go.
So-
Let's keep with the branding.
Before we end this interview here, I have something to ask you guys. Are you guys fans of Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh, I saw that the other day. No. What? I answered your
watched.
poll.
He's really
I answered
angry
your
about
poll.
this.
Huh? Who's Buffy? So I know who Buffy is, but I don't think I've watched a single episode.
No, I haven't either. I mean, I know. Should I be?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh
So
my
should we
goodness.
be watching it on Netflix?
Oh goodness, you should
Yes?
just start at the
So-
beginning, and it doesn't. What I've told people is that even though it was made in late '90s, early 2000s, whatever it might be, it still is relevant today. Like I mean,
Okay.
as far as a show to
Because
watch.
the vampires are
Well,
still coming.
just like the humor and the snarkiness of it.
Maybe
is
I'll give it a
really,
try.
really well
I mean,
written. I
you know,
think you'll
there's
like it.
Okay.
But
things
Mike
I hear
says he's
about,
never
like-
seen it. And I just was like, I
Okay.
can't be your friend anymore.
We can
no.
watch one episode of
Glenn's
it.
a fan of '90s edginess.
Oh, well, what were we
Okay.
doing in the beginning of the 90s?
That's okay.
Maybe not being so edgy.
Yeah, I don't know. Really, I mean, definitely Buffy.
Continuing.
We totally
No,
missed
we
the whole
missed
Buffy
the Buffy
thing.
boat. Yeah.
Hey, you could get
The-
right back on it. Seven
The Buffy
seasons worth.
boat.
7 seasons.
Yes.
That's what we're gonna call it now.
Seven
Now,
seasons.
if
Wait,
Layla
is it
will
a
like
half an hour or an hour?
They are hour episodes.
Oh, that's
but
you
I
know
mean,
what?
Oh,
without
that's
the
a big
commercials,
commitment.
though.
Get them
I
down
know,
to 40
the 40
minutes.
minute.
I'm going to have to read the episode guide. That's what I do. I can't.
You can't handle it.
Well, I mean, that's what I do. Like, I'm like, you know what? I don't know that I have that much time because Right.
Yeah, because you're
But
super busy.
but I get impatient.
Okay.
So it's like I can't watch the whole hour.
You'll have to let me know when it blows you away.
Yeah.
You guys are watching every episode one after another.
Binging.
Just
And
let
there'll
me
be
know.
one point when it clicks.
And then I'll tell Mike.
And then you'll
"See?
tell Mike."
Told you.
right.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming on. You
Oh,
guys rock.
thank you so much for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us. It's great.